Welcome back to another Built Not Bought special episode. It's not often Sam and the crew get out on the tracks, but when they do, it definitely makes for one hell of a good time. Sam has brought along a couple of his buddies for the trip out to the local Glasshouse Mountains. Sam and Brent's in this coil converted Ford Ranger. And of course, TJ Jack in this monstrous Pathfinder. That's enough for introductions, let's get into it.
Yep, straight. Keep going. Oh my God! Too easy. You didn't need lockers, nothing. All right, here we are, Glasshouse Mountains. I've just moved here to the sunny coast, and believe it or not, this is the first time that I've gone to Glassy in the patrol, so super exciting today. I've got a couple of cars with me, so we got Sam back there. Hey Sam, how you going? So you today are our local tour guide, so where do you want to head today, you reckon?
I think we might
Go through this a little bit, then we'll head over to the canyon track, and we'll go from there. Might do a little bit of Hennessy Hill.
then maybe finish up at Mud Mile, get the cars.
Nicely covered in some red dirt.
That sounds like the go. There's already a bit of water here, look out. Yeah, TJ, did you see the rain that I saw last night? Bloody hell.
Yeah, the car's gonna get dirty again.
People say I don't take my car forward driving, but if this ain't forward driving, I don't know what is, eh?
This being the first time Sam has been to the Glasshouse Mountains in his patrol, so with a bit of guidance from the locals, he's hoping it will be an experience to remember for years to come.
So the Glasshouse Mountains, it's essentially the big playground for this north part of Brisbane. It's pretty much like the power lines track that we have back in WA, surrounded by massive peaks and mountains. All the water seems to travel down the valleys and end up in these tracks down the power lines, and that's where you'll find mud, bog holes, rock steps, all sorts of good stuff that we want to get into today.
We're still not even at the track yet, and it's already getting hectic. Jesus.
In typical Glasshouse fashion, the tracks are looking very wet and very muddy.
Holy dolly, we haven't even got to the track yet, and that was hectic. All right, so this is the first section towards Hennessy Hill apparently. Oh, yeah, is this towards Hennessy Hill? All right, so it's like a track to Hennessy Hill, and watch, there's a whole lot of bog holes and stuff.
Yeah, we got some rocks and some bog holes and a bit of slate. And
so we're having an adventure to our destination. So Hennessy Hill will be like our first sort of main challenge, eh?
Yeah.
And then we're doing a loop back and then come back down the canyon.
Yes.
Something like that. All right, time to air down, I reckon. Let's do that.
Yeah.
Right, so I don't know really what to expect today, so I've put my tyres down to 15 at the front and then sort of 20-ish at the back. So yeah, just like a nice average start. It's fairly soft because it's going to be muddy today.
So we pull around the corner and we're still on the track to get where we're going. Like there's no actual challenges coming up, but it seems to be a crossroads and there's just cars littered everywhere. Whole lot of dual cabs bogged in different bog holes. We've rocked up and pretty much gone, which way do we get through this place? People everywhere.
Yeah, they're pulling them out now so we can go through.
What, that bit? Oh.
Yeah, they're going to pull them. They've only got
So after having a little bit of a look, we managed to find a nice little path through that we could dodge all the big holes and get through safely. It looks like all the cars that were bogged there were already getting help from the others, friends and family, whoever's down there with them. So we managed to sneak through and continue on our way.
Section like this, it really pays to stop, hop out of the 4B and have a look at the section ahead. Spending 5 minutes picking your line first can save hours in a big bog hole.
I'll put the sound of my car over the top of that. So our next stop was Hennessy Hill. We pretty much needed another 500-600 meters to get to the start, but TJ was starting to struggle here. So with that IFS car, didn't have a whole lot of flex. The big tires and no lockers means he got caught up in some of those cross ruts. But he managed to get through and we got to the start at Hennessy Hill. So where are we?
We are at the bottom of the Hennessy Hill.
Behind me is Hennessy Hill. So it's just kind of a long, shaly, steep climb. It's all about the distance, keeping up momentum. I've never driven it before, never seen it before. Neither is TJ, but a couple other boys have driven it and reckon we can do it fine. So
It's just shaly rock, yeah. Bit of red clay. But in the dry like it is now, it's not too bad. It's pretty safe for most four-wheel drives, but bit of wet, gets real slippery.
You get stuck?
No, I made it. That means I didn't get stuck.
That's true. You didn't have to get out with assistance. That's all it means, right?
No lockers just means it takes longer.
So I'm going to be looking at keeping up my momentum and make sure you get to the top, because if you stop, especially in a manual vehicle, you're going to struggle to get going again. You're going to start causing bouncing, rocking, and potentially a rollover, which is not what we want today. Done and dusted. That is how you do it.
After a group went before us and watching Sam and his patrol, the boys were fairly confident about this climb. Well, all of us except one.
Too easy. That's how it's done, I reckon. TJ will be the one that struggles here.
I actually struggle on the uphill, so this is going to be interesting.
Oh no! Keep going, keep going, keep going. Yep, straight. Back a little more. You're on a better angle. I reckon stay this side more because you'd pretty much straddle it then, and then you're home free. How's the clutch smell?
Got no, like under 2,000 RPM, there's nothing.
So you actually got to keep it up, yeah. Smoking the clutch. Yeah. That's crazy, like, even when you're almost all four wheels on the ground, it still just does this. Yeah. You need a locker, eh? Who can we get? Harrop, if you're listening. Was it? Yeah. Should we maybe do a train and just tow you up?
We'll see how we go. I don't think it gets too steppy. Just gets a little bit more steppy. through that next bit.
This bit or there's more?
Like out and around and up. There's heaps more. There's another like 100 meters to go.
All right, so that was pretty much Hennessy Hill. The last little section wasn't too bad. TJ struggled up, but I just walked up it. So we're at the top now. I think we're gonna bomb it round to Canyon so we can really get some tough stuff. Haven't got the winch out yet. What's going on? All right, so we reckon we head over to Canyon now. We bomb it there and do some fun stuff.
Yeah, let's go try out
That winch yours, eh?
It's not too easy. I mean, I'm not going to say too much.
Yet, but hopefully it's a bit harder.
I'm sure we'll get you stuck at the bottom of a mud hole.
Sounds like a plan.
So I'm starting to notice that the roads are a little bit dry here. With so much rain the night before, especially up in the sunny coast where I'm from, it didn't seem to actually rain down here at Glasshouse. All the main roads were super dusty, super busy. You could hardly see where you're going. One place that's meant to have water for sure is the canyon, because that's right down deep in a valley. Everything, all the water just collects there. All right, here we are at Canyon. Holy shit! See, I've been told about this, but like typical thing, it never looks as steep on camera than in real life. Like, this is proper gnarly. We'll go down and have a look. This is one of those ones that you want to check before you drive it. So one thing I noticed when I first went in is how steep that decline is. So you pretty much head straight down a drop off, and I've seen this before, but it definitely still stands that a steep descent does not look the way it does on camera. When you're there in real life, holy dooly, it's a big old slippery slide. Right, this is it. As you can see, tight corner coming off that valley to a massive puddle of water. There's no water in here. It obviously didn't rain last night, but normally there is, what, like a foot, you reckon?
Yeah, normally about a foot across.
There's a real mad lean at the top as well. Oh my God.
Yeah, it's no good.
That is proper. Anyway, we'll try that. So I've heard a few horror stories about this place and plenty of videos and photos of people getting caught up here. Majority of the time, you have to winch to get out. So let's see what happens.
All right, Canyon, this is like super steep. No idea where I'm going. See how good my brakes are. It just drops.
Mirror's already smashed in.
Super steep. I'm gonna lose the other mirror. Oh, maybe. Can it be? That is tight.
Oh, there we go, there's a mirror.
Sam and the crew were a little disappointed at the fact there was no water in the bottom of this one, but nevertheless, a challenge still presented itself right here.
So here, like I really could have taken the easy line, lined up right with my spotter and driven this thing, but I'm here to hit the limiter, guys. So I find myself in a little rut there, get it diffed out, put that foot down and see what we can do.
Even being so deep down in the valley here, I think Sam has still managed to wake up the locals.
Yeah, so that was never gonna work. Obviously, we need to pick the line properly, so I reversed back, got Brent to line me up properly, and I've actually managed to just drive this thing. Super surprised. I wanted to get the winch out. But anyway, we're up the hill. Sam, TJ, you're next. Oh my God! Too easy. That wasn't even, you didn't need lockers, nothing.
It's all about your line.
So after watching me, Sam's just basically driven up that thing like no tomorrow. As long as he picked that line, there was really no hard section about that. So he's just popped straight up on top, which has given TJ some confidence to do this, because he was actually saying he doesn't want to do this challenge. He's like, I'm just going to drive around, meet you guys on the other side. But look, after seeing what Sam can do, he's up for the challenge.
We crap the canyon. Bad idea. Bad idea.
It's just like a road. Just drive up. It's all about
Road, eh? I'll put it on cruise control.
You know, so after having TJ come down and have a few attempts, it was really looking like those lockers were letting him down. He was not getting the traction with that one wheel spinning. So I've decided to pull out some new gear. All right, so TJ's stuck. We're just gonna do a slow pull. Now this is some new gear. You can see how flash and brand new it is. It's never been used, but it's the new modern stuff. So it gets rid of your D shackles. It's a soft shackle and a kinetic rope. So it's way safer than the old school stuff. So give it a whirl. Alrighty. Just crawl it up.
And at this point, you're probably wondering how, with 3 cameras, the crew still managed to miss this shot. They were wondering the same thing.
One thing that I wasn't aware of is the bloody climb out. That's almost more hectic than canyon itself, especially today. The angle that you go on, it almost lies on the wall there. But I've managed to just get through by the skin of my teeth. I think the height of my canopy made sure I didn't hit the top there, but pretty sketchy. At least I know I won't roll over on that sort of angle. It's time to pull up for lunch. Look, we're up on the top of the power lines there, so a few of the fans had noticed the truck, probably Herbie down in the canyon earlier. So we had a good chat with them, something to drink, something to eat, ready to hit that second part of the day where we really want to find some mud and water. All right guys, just a quick message from this episode's sponsor, which is Built Not Bought. That is right, I'm sponsoring my own episode because our Patreon page has got a whole lot of behind the scenes, early access to uploads, a bunch of content on there. So I want you guys to click on the link below to the Patreon page. Now it's been around for a while, but some people may not know that it exists. And on there you will find a whole lot of extra content. So the behind the scenes, I'll be giving update videos, like for when we moved into this workshop, a bunch of information about what I've been going to be up to. I take suggestions from you guys. I'll also answer your questions on there before anywhere else on any other social media platform. There'll also be massive discounts on our website for all our merchandise with our shirts, singlets, hoodies, all that kind of stuff. You'll also get free tickets to my own events such as Show Your Dirt and also the 4-wheel drive show. There will be behind the scenes stuff about what's going to be happening at those events, because this year we're doing a bunch of different things at those shows that you can win some prizes, enter in different competitions, and you'll get a bit of a sneak peek boost / secret to those kind of things. So definitely check that out guys on our Patreon page, click the link below, and that's it for this episode's sponsor. Back to the video. So this, I don't know what this track's called, but we've come down and he reckons this is where water will be because of the trees holding the moisture in, which is kind of true. There's some stuff here. There's a little bit of water. You reckon you've been here before?
Yeah, I come the other way though.
Different direction.
And it looked way different.
Yeah. Oh, we'll take a pick, hit one of the lines, and then hopefully there's more water further up, but which one? Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. This one looks like it hasn't been driven yet, so let's do that.
I reckon you're just gonna go.
Either that or it's like soup.
Oh, yeah.
Because I've had that before. I've had a dry looking rut and I just stopped.
Let's hope.
Let's hope I get stuck.
There's a tyre in it, so I reckon soup.
Ready for another anticlimactic water crossing. Finally, I got bogged. Well, maybe. After rocking backwards a couple of times, I managed to sort of work the mud out from under the tyres and pull that one through. Shame, I wanted to get the winch out on this one, but I guess the LS has got a bit too much power, eh? All right, here we go. Here's TJ not doing the puddle. Ah, this one. Yes. disgusting. This is the worst mud, hey. It's like sloppy. I'll just pull you slowly.
Well, it seems like becoming a little bit of a tradition for the Pathfinder to be getting recovered again. After a few attempts, Sam hooks up that new kinetic rope for an easy pull out of the hole.
Now this next spot, looks can be deceiving. This one looked pretty dry, so I crawled in slowly and thought I'd just kind of motor through. Winch or snatch, what do you reckon?
Stuck there, mate.
Yeah, winch or snatch, what do you reckon? Look, this was the one we've been waiting for. Bogged to the diffs, bogged to the eyeballs. I could not get out of this one. Time for the winch. Probably go to that big tree. I'll just pull you back. The other boys pretty much found a way around that little section, a couple more bog holes, and then it was the climb out. It's been an awesome day here at Glasshouse, so that little last pinch is just to finish off the day, get onto that main road, time to pump the tyres up, and head home, wash the cars for the next bloody hour or two. It's gonna take a while to get that bloody Glasshouse mud off there, I'll tell you what. All right guys, so that pretty much brings it to the end of this little trip today out at Glasshouse. So we've managed to find some sort of mud and water, and look, I don't even know what colour my car is anymore. So that, and to me, in my eyes, is a success. Make sure if you enjoyed the video, subscribe to the channel, share it. Catch me on Instagram and Facebook for all the behind the scenes, latest updates, all that kind of stuff. Grab some merch if you wish, and I'll see you in the next episode. Peace. Hello guys, and welcome to Built Not Bought HQ. Make sure to click on the far left to subscribe to the channel. Click down below to see the latest episode if you missed it, and don't forget our merchandise on our website. See you in the next episode.